Now listen, man, you could tap in or you could tap out. But you know my slogan. You know what I suggest? And I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now you already know time, energy, the highest forms of currency, my G. I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing that money and chasing that paper, stacking that cheese, that cheddar, and that mozzarella. But always keep it in the front of the mental Rolodex. That time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G's, at all times. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Now, big salute to all my day one investors, man. Everybody that's highly invested in the channel, everybody that understands that we are growing this channel organically, constant elevation. Yeah, we on our way to the top, well over 60,000 subscribers, and we on our way to 60, 70K. All right, even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new subscribers, all my new investors, man. Everybody that's making their way to the Realest channel on YouTube. Yours truly, Grown Man Business TV, is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Now, do me a favor, my G's, right? Wipe off your feet before you step into the big house. You understand me? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear every time you step foot in the British channel on YouTube. Grown Man Business TV, yours truly, is what it is, and it'll be exactly what it's gonna be. All right, now listen, man. I got a lot of people in the DM right now. Yo, Big G and BTV, what's your perspective on everything that's going on with Ice Spice and what happened out there on the West Coast? Yo, Big G and BTV, what's your perspective, man? What's your thought process on everything that's taking place with Ice Spice? Now, one thing for sure, two things for certain. Absolutely nasty work, my G's. It's always nasty work seeing a female being violated, being attacked, especially on camera. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie. I saw the receipt of what happened to Ice Spice out there in California come across my desk, and I said, you know, the downloads have downloaded, and I want to speak on that. It get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rapping. What happened out there is absolutely nasty work. But I'm gonna ask a few questions tonight, and I'm gonna approach a couple of angles, being as though we saw what we saw, man. You know, you gotta be careful. You gotta keep your eyes open at all times. You gotta keep your head on the swivel. It's never safe. All right. But what happened with the young lady Icy Spicy out there in California, Hollywood, wherever she was at, we gonna speak to that. All right. NYC. You know, again, y'all at the table, y'all on the chopping block. And I know a lot of the times I'm getting at y'all. I know a lot of the times I'm having fun with y'all. I'm making jokes. You know, I'm doing what I like to do, right? This is going to be a different type of situation for New York City. I want y'all to open your ears, man. I want y'all to pay attention. All right, we're not going to stay long. We got some more in-depth conversations coming, right? But I want to bait the algorithm with this Ice Spice situation. Yeah, we're going to bait the algorithm, but it's always a message in the madness. All right? So you already know, right? Before I give y'all this pure dope straight off the brick into the bottles. Before I do that, we got to do some customizations to the chat. Listen, man. Listen to me. The higher ups and the elites are always playing chess at the highest level. The higher ups and the elites are always trying to muffle the message and shadow ban the channel. The higher ups and the elites understand that Grown Man Business TV is an absolute threat to the establishment. And not only am I a threat to the establishment, but the revolution will be televised right here in these YouTube streets. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. You know how I'm giving it up, and you absolutely know how I'm putting it down. All right, so let's do what we gotta do. Yeah, man. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, man. Make sure you're hyping up the live stream, you're sharing the live stream, and you subscribing to the channel. All right, now Ice Spice, yeah, man, nasty work what took place out there in California, and you got to understand something, man. When I see these things, when these receipts come across my desk, you know, I connect the dots like no other. I'm going to approach the situation like no other. There is no better state of mind than a grown man on grown man business. There is no better perspective. In a situation where Ice Spice and that young lady at that McDonald's needs to be addressed, but not just what we saw. We need to go deeper. We really need to address this. New York City, I want y'all to pay attention. All right, listen, New York City, stop being so sensitive when I talk to y'all. Stop being so sensitive, New York City. All right. Big salute to the chat, man. Breezy Santana, I see you in here. Make sure y'all do what y'all supposed to do when y'all come in here. But Ice Spice was attacked out there in Cali. And we gonna talk about it, man. We gonna bait the algorithm. We gonna have this conversation. We not staying long. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Now listen, you see that right there at the bottom of the chat. You see that right there, right? Before you get in here with your Twitter fingers, using your Twitter fingers all in the comment section, doing the extra Twittering with your Twitter fingers all in my comment section, doing the Twittering all with the Twitter fingers and the extra Twitter fingers all in the comment section. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear. Every time you step foot in the Realest channel on YouTube, yours truly, Grown Man Business TV, is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. All right? Now, New York City rapper and entertainer Icy Spicy was out there in Hollywood, you know, having a nice lunch at Mickey D's, McDonald's. Yeah. She was indulging in them French fries and that human meat, but that's a whole nother conversation, right? And one thing led to another, and she was attacked in that McDonald's. And you know, it started inside the McDonald's and it spilled out into the street. All right. Now, celebrities are celebrities. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Y'all get recognized. Y'all already know what come with being a celebrity, and y'all already know what come with this game. But when I saw this video, you know, I don't know if I'm getting older. I don't know if it's just the wisdom. I don't know if it's the downloads. But when I saw the video, it made me feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Because it get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. And it's a split-second decision. All it takes is a split second for you to get caught slipping, and your life hangs in a balance. Your life hangs in a balance. And what happened with Ice Spice made a lot of downloads download. You know what I'm saying? I thought that this was a perfect conversation to bait the algorithm with. And the real question is, the real question is I want to ask is, are New Yorkers safe in California? New York City, you know, we're gonna have a conversation. I want to get into this. I want to really go in depth, right? We're gonna go over the receipts with Icy Spicy and what happened in that McDonald's. But the real question is, are New Yorkers safe in California? Now, one thing for sure, two things for certain, nobody's safe in California, if you ask me. Nobody. Look what happened to PNB Rock. Look what happens to all of these artists that come to California. Not only the artists that come to California, but let's look at what happened to Nipsey Hussle. All of the artists in California. You know, Slim 400, right? Draco the Ruler. I mean, you could go down the list of artists that lose their life on the West Coast. But when it comes to New York City, I wanna put this out here. You know what I'm saying? I want to really solidify this. I don't see nobody connecting the dots. I don't see nobody really putting a stamp on this. And because I know you New Yorkers listen to me, especially when I'm making jokes about y'all and I'm talking about Canal Street and your Jordans and you know your SpongeBob 11s and you know what I'm saying, your Spider. You know what I'm talking. Y'all listen. So I want y'all to listen to me loud and clear. Y'all are not safe in California. I don't know why you New Yorkers think y'all can go to California and y'all can just set up shop and y'all are safe out there. Look what they did to Pop Smoke. That didn't raise an eyebrow to you New Yorkers out there in California. That didn't raise an eyebrow. We're gonna talk about this. And these downloads all came from the situation with Ice Spice. That was nasty work what took place with that young lady, man, for no reason. For no reason. All right, so let's get into this first receipt right here, man. You know, again, right? I talk crazy about New York City. I like to have fun with y'all, but we've always showed y'all love in Virginia. New Yorkers know that. Ask Jay-Z. He traveled all the way down to Newport News, got money with us, and didn't have no problems. We always welcome New Yorkers with open arms. Go to Georgia. See how many New Yorkers live in Georgia, in Atlanta. have made homes in Atlanta, made millions in Atlanta, right? It's something about California that y'all need to be aware of. And I feel like, y'all haven't really expressed this. Y'all haven't really taken heed to this. But y'all are not safe in California. New Yorkers. Let me tell you something. I was around for the East Coast and the West Coast beef. I remember the tension. I remember how that unfolded. I remember how they treated Biggie Smalls out there in New York City. I mean, in California. I saw it with my own eyes. Why haven't y'all got the memo yet? Why haven't y'all really figured out that the West Coast don't rock with New York City like that? See, I'm gonna tell you, I really want to have this conversation because as soon as I talk about New York City in a friendly manner, y'all say I'm hating on New York. Y'all say I don't rock with New York. I could tell you I rock with East New York. I could tell you I could tell you everything I know. I could tell you stories about me getting money in New York, and y'all to say that I'm hating on New York. But for some reason, y'all haven't connected dots that the real hater to New York City is California. The real haters that really don't like New York City, that really got a real bone to pick and a dislike, a secret disdain for New York City and the East Coast is California. That's where it get real at. Yeah, y'all done came to Virginia, got money. Came to Texas, got money. It's New York all through Georgia. You can find a New Yorker everywhere. But in California, y'all are not safe. Let's get into a couple of receipts. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper with this. I'm gonna really scratch the surface with this situation. But at the end of the day, I got love for New York. I always had a weird vibe with California. That's just how I was. That's just what it was. I always had love for New York City, and I always turned a side eye at California, at the California politics, the gang culture. Nipsey Hussle really made me see Cali in a whole nother light, and y'all killed Nipsey Hussle. Y'all killed Nipsey Hussle and gave us Crip Mac. So in all actuality, in the long run, in the grand scheme of things, everything I kind of thought about Cali, I was right about Cali. When I saw y'all do what y'all did to Nipsey Hussle, the Marathon store, the Marathon Burger, when I seen how y'all treated Nip Hustle, the legacy, and then y'all come and y'all praise Crip Mac, I knew I was right about y'all. But New York City, I don't think that y'all ever really took full heed of this. Let's get into this first receipt, man. We're not gonna stay long, but I did want to get this message to New Yorkers, man. Y'all need to keep y'all eyes open. California is not a place that's welcoming y'all with open arms. All right, is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. A big salute to Icy Spice. Again, we gonna go through this video. Nasty work, nasty work. And then if Icy Spicy, if Icy Spicy would have had a gun on her and did work with that pistol, then Maria, she didn't deserve it. Maria, she is a good girl. She's a good mother. Maria didn't deserve this. No, Maria did deserve it. Maria deserved a boot in her ass for what she did in that McDonald's. Maria, I'm here to tell you, Maria, you gonna run across the wrong person. They gonna put that fire on your ass, and then your mama and your grandmama, y'all gonna be on the news talking about Maria didn't deserve this. Maria, she's a good girl. Nah, nah. All right. I just wanted to make sure we understand this. For the young lady that went in that McDonald's and did what you did, somebody should have put that fire on your ass. And to the young man that put his hands on Ice Spice, somebody need to put that fire to your ass as well. Hector was a good man. Hector has 5 children. And Hector is a good man. No, Hector was out there. Hector's supposed to got somebody's supposed to did something to Hector ass. All right. Now let's look at this video right here. Big salute to the chat. Run them numbers up. Get the likes up in here, man. Look. Now that's Icy Spicy right there. Icy Spicy's having a good McDonald's. She's trying to eat that Big Mac. This Icy Spicy right here. Let's see what's going on, Icy.
Ready for what? Take gas. You take gas? That's what you take gas? Yeah. So go take gas. So you from Cali? So go take gas. So you from Cali? Are you from Cali? Are you from Cali? Where are you from? Are you from Cali? No, I'm from Chirag. Where are you from? Oh, you're from Chirag. Yeah. So where are you from? So where are you from? I'm from McDonald. I'm from
Now, let's get some context to this. I got to be careful what I'm showing in these YouTube streets, right? The young lady come up in the McDonald's while Icy Spice is having her meal, minding her business, enjoying her French fries. She instantly runs up on Ice Spice, has a few words, and she instantly says, "Where you from? Is you from Cali?" Everybody knows Ice Spice is from New York City. Everybody knows she is not from Cali. This young girl instantly bangs on Ice Spice. That's what they call it on the West Coast. Bang. When they ask you where you're from, that mean they banging on you. That's what that mean. Okay? So you think this wasn't, come on, son. Listen to me. And then they get into it. They get into an altercation. They get into a physical back and forth, right? I don't want to show it because I can't have this on my channel. You know what I'm saying? But salute to Ice Spice for standing on business. Ice Spice didn't cower. She held her own. But in the midst of all of this chaos, you can lose your life in the blink of an eye. All for nothing. All because somebody ran down on you and wants to goddamn be a groupie and wants to goddamn ask you where you. Let's look. Let's get back into this. Big salute to the chat. Look, that's Icy Spice right there.
But you the one got them to them that I'm here. I didn't know that. I didn't know he was here. You were making that way. I didn't know he was here. No, my shit is this one. Are you good? Yeah, sure. Fuck y'all. That's why. On your mama. Let me fight her. Let me fight her. Why would you want to fight me? Are you a bitch? You want to fight a bitch? Why would you fight me, bitch? You 120 pounds. Let's get at it then. Let's get at it then. Y'all think this is famous? You from what?
Now, again, let's be honest. Somebody got to be honest. California still has a secret disdain and dislike for New York City, man. You got to know something. A lot of y'all wasn't around for the East Coast, West Coast beef. Y'all don't remember, you know what I'm saying, what was going on with Tupac and Biggie. Suge Knight and Puffy. Ever since Tupac got smoked out there in Vegas, it's been like this underlying disdain. And I ain't gonna lie to you. Listen to me, right? PNB Rock is from Philadelphia. It wasn't until the whole situation with Pop Smoke went down that it really resonated with me and came back to me, and I remembered. And it really struck a chord and made me realize and understand that y'all are not safe in California. You could be safe in Virginia. You know what I mean? As long as y'all come out there and y'all play y'all role and we getting some money, New York is as safe in VA, Baltimore, Georgia, Atlanta, Texas. It's something about California. It's something about California that I'm trying to tell y'all, if you believe it or not, y'all are not safe in Cali, man. You understand what I'm saying? So when you in Cali, you need to act like it's the East Coast, West Coast beef. You need to act like it's still, you in a war zone. And I'm gonna go deeper with this. I'm not gonna play no more of the video, right? In this video, a young man attacked Ice Spice as well. So she was attacked by a female. Then when she went outside, it was a young man that attacked her. I'm gonna call him Hector. Hector. All right. He put his hands on Ice Spice. This is the real question I want the New Yorkers and for the people in the chat. Hit the like button, man. Stop playing with the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. This is the question that I want to give to y'all. I want y'all to answer this question. How many times has you seen a West Coast artist violated in New York City? How many times have you seen somebody from the West Coast come to New York City, go and eat their food, go and do their media, and they get violated? I think it might have been one time. It was a young man in a bodega. I think he got smoked out there in New York City. But other than that, it's very rare. It's very rare that you see a West Coast artist come to New York City, do the Breakfast Club, go to Times Square, 40 Deuce, and they get violated or they get robbed or they get taken advantage of. It don't happen, bro. So again, to see this happen to Ice Spice, and mind you, they was somewhere in Hollywood. They was somewhere away from Crenshaw and Watts. That's why I say it's not just, it's Cali as a whole. When you dudes go to San Francisco, they be on y'all. When y'all go to Vegas, they be on y'all. When y'all go to South Central, they be on y'all. Even if y'all in Hollywood, they are on y'all. Y'all either getting extorted or y'all getting robbed. I know a lot of y'all is very happy that Big U is off the streets because Big U was extorting and robbing a lot of y'all New York artists and a lot of you East Coast artists. You understand what I'm saying to you? You get that? But in New York City, these Cali artists come out to New York City and they don't bat an eye. They don't think twice. They don't have a problem with no. Yeah, they playing. They playing with the chat. They don't want me. Yeah, they playing with the chat. They don't want me telling y'all this. They don't want me giving y'all this game, but it's all good. Don't worry about it. We gonna make it jump. Run them likes up. Yeah, I see it. I see it, my G. I see it. No worries. No worries. Hit the like button and all that. Make sure y'all run them likes up. They playing with the chat. Salute, salute. Yeah, run them likes up. Right? So again, right? West Coast artists are allowed to come to New York City and do everything they need to do. They allowed to come to New York City, do all the media, do all the radio, do the whole press run, make some money, get some features done. work with other artists and do their thing. But when y'all come to the West Coast, put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me, man. Salute. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me clearly. I want to make sure y'all get this message. Make sure y'all can hear me, man. Put a one in the chat. Salute, salute. When y'all come to the West Coast, they robbing you. They stealing from you. They extorting you. They forcing you to check in. They forcing you to get in bed with this gang or that gang. When y'all go to the West Coast, y'all can't just go out there and do business. Y'all can't just go out there and go to the radio. Y'all can't just go out there and rub shoulders with other artists. That's why I'm saying on the West Coast, they got an underlying disdain for everybody, but especially New York City. And to all of my New York artists, to all of my New York, content creators, I rock with it. If y'all go to the West Coast to do business, keep your eyes open, man. They don't rock with y'all like that. You ain't safe out there. You ain't even safe in the Airbnb out there in New York City. You ain't even safe in the Airbnb. Soon as y'all, hey, yo, listen to me. Soon as y'all get off the airplane, they know that y'all there. Soon as y'all get off the airplane, it's somebody at LAX that's making a phone call and telling somebody, yo, they here. You sit down in a McDonald's and somebody's gonna, hey, yo, Ice Spice in here. I just want to say this because I feel like nobody's gonna be honest. And I'm the only channel, the only content creator that don't step on the content. I'm not afraid to tell, especially California, what it is. I got a short, right? Let me show y'all something. Big salute to the chat. Let me show y'all something, right? I got a short that I did about Nipsey Hussle. It got it's well over 500,000, damn near 600,000 views on this short right here, right? And it's a lot of West Coast dudes in the comment section. Yo, you don't know what you talking about. Yo, blah, blah, blah. They don't like the fact that I told the truth about Nipsey in the West Coast. You understand? Matter of fact, let me just show you what I'm talking about. Big salute to the chat. I ain't going, like I said, we ain't gonna stay long. But when I say these things, I'm not just reaching, bro. Look at this. Look. 581,000 on this one right here. 581,000 on this video, on this short right here. Go check it out. Big U set Nipsey Hussle up part 8. Look at that one. So what I'm saying is, I'm like one of the only ones that's gonna tell y'all the truth. When they tell y'all and they offer y'all money to come out to the West Coast to do podcasts, they plotting on your ass. When they set y'all up for shows and media out there on the West Coast, they plotting on you. They watching you. When these same West Coast artists come to New York City, they get to walk around the projects. They get to walk around 40 Deuce. They get to go to the Breakfast Club. They get to go see Angela Yee, and they get to do the lip service. They get to do all of these different things in New York City without batting an eye, with no problem. And I ain't saying y'all should do nothing to them. What I am saying is understand what's going on when it come to this. These downloads downloaded when Pop Smoke got smoked. When they killed Pop Smoke, what I realized was they understood that Pop Smoke was about to bring New York City back. Those Hoovers out there in California, they understood that Pop Smoke was who he was. So not only did they rob him, but they killed him. Not only did they rob him, they killed him. And if you didn't get the message with that Pop Smoke situation, you ain't gonna never get the message. If y'all didn't see exactly what that was with Pop Smoke, y'all ain't never gonna get the message. Don't be out there in California sitting your ass in the McDonald's eating chicken McNuggets like it's sweet out there. Don't be out there in California showing your Airbnb like it's sweet out there. Don't be out there in California acting like they rock with y'all. Get in, get out. That's my message to you New Yorkers, man. Because what happened to Ice Spice could have easily turned into a situation where it's RIP. It could have easily, I'm talking that right there. She got out of there by the skin of her chinny chin chin. Ice Spice made it out that situation barely. The fact you got to check in California should let you know they don't rock with you. Should let you know they're going to extort you. So let you know you only good over there if you being extorted, if you check in. Nasty work. Let's get into this last receipt. Now, one of the reasons why I wanted to speak about this as well is because this young lady went up in that McDonald's, did what she did, and then made a video acting like she was the victim. Acting like somebody took advantage of her or somebody disrespected her. When she ran her silly ass in that McDonald's, that's another thing I don't really respect about California. How y'all do what y'all do and then y'all don't stand on it. Y'all killed Nipsey Hussle and then y'all made all these excuses about X, Y, and Z. Nah, homie. That's why the West Coast got a curse on it. It's 100-year curse on the West Coast. It's 100-year curse when it come to LA. LA ain't been the same since Nipsey Hussle blood was shed out there. And it ain't nothing y'all could do about it. It ain't a rapper coming out of LA that's booming. LA ain't no man, what? And they don't like when I talk like this. They feel some type of way. But let's let this young lady talk and let's listen. Let's listen to this. Yeah, somebody should have put. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. You listen, sweetheart, whoever your name is, Maria, huh? I wish that Ice Spice would have had that blicky on. I'm telling you, me personally, I wish Ice Spice would have had some protection on her. You know, like JR, All-Star JR did out there in Houston. Yeah, Ben 1010 and all that. I wish that Ice Spice would have just so happened to had that blicky on her. So she could have laid your, yeah. Go ahead and talk to the people.
I was with my friends and everything, and we came from the beach earlier that night, and we decided to go walk around Hollywood or whatever. But before we did that, we decided to stop by McDonald's because we all had to use the bathroom. So then one of my friends, she comes out and she was like, "Oh, I think that's Ice Spice over there." And I'm like, "Oh, for real?" So I go up to them and I'm giving her and the other girl she was with compliment. And then immediately Ice Spice was just being rude. She was like, "Why are you over here? You could leave. Bye." And I'm like, "Why are you being rude?" Pretty much. And she was basically saying, like, "You could just leave. Bye. Like, I don't even know why you're at my table." Then that's when I proceed to ask her, like, "You don't got to be rude. I'm just giving you guys a compliment." And I'm like, "You know what? Where are you from?" She said, "I'm from New York." So I said, "Let me tell you something. I don't care where you're from." I'm like, "You in LA, you in my city now. You can't be out here disrespecting people. Like, if you wanted us."
See what I'm saying? New York City? See what I'm saying? I want y'all to listen. Listen to Maria. Maria said, she asked her where she from. She said, "I'm from New York." She said, I don't care where you from. You in LA right now. You in my city. So if you didn't care where she was from, why did you ask her where she's from? Because you already knew she was from New York. In LA, the West Coast, they don't rock with New Yorkers, man. That whole, trust me, that was a setup. That was a, yeah. That was a rhetorical question what she asked your ass. Yo, where you from? I'm from, bitch, I already know you from. Ice Spice, we all know she from New York City. She asked you that so you could say New York, so she could tell you this ain't New York City. This is LA. This is the West Coast, and you in my city now. Yeah. And then she banged on it. So why you don't just stand on that little Maria Mariana? Maria Gania, la 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 la. Why you ain't just stand on that Maria? Huh? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, hasta cinco, siete. Huh? Yeah, I speak your language, Maria. I don't speak El Capitano. See me? I don't speak El Capington. Because you all cap. That's why they got the cap. They got the cap on your face, Maria. I don't speak El Capitano. But I do speak Latino, Spanish. Oh, because, she was being rude. Hey, man, that lady was in there minding her business, eating her McDonald's. You should have minded your business. You should have stayed in your goddamn place. You should have went back where you was going, and you should have minded your business. I wish she would have had, I wish something would have happened where the blicky would have fell on the floor. So Ice Spice could have picked that blicky up and blamed your ass. Yeah. Yeah, you deserve to get your... Maria, listen to me, Maria. Cuatro starina barunos, cuatro eitos caranista, cuatro laminito rito marana, marasico tarino, panda marasita tamarito, sucorino, banana, bra, you mata carutos or icy spicy or bra, you. You understand that? New York City, man. Respectfully. I'm only saying this and doing this because I got love for you. Stop taking your ass to the West Coast and acting like y'all good. Y'all ain't good out there. You see what they did to Biggie Smalls out there on the West Coast. You saw what they did to Biggie Smalls, Christopher Wallace. You saw what they did to goddamn Nipsey Hussle, Pop Smoke. Let's let Maria talk to the people. Go ahead and talk to the people, Maria. Maria, you need to go to prison, Maria. You need to go to jail. You Pooh Shiesty, Papa Shiesty, Mama Shiesty, Big 35, etc. You need to go to prison. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I need to go to prison, but yeah. We at an age now, Maria, where this type of behavior get your ass put in prison. All right? Go ahead and talk to the people. I'm gonna let you talk to the people. Look.
I was with my friends and everything, and we came from the beach earlier that night, and we decided to go walk around Hollywood or whatever. But before we did that, we decided to stop by McDonald's because we all had to use the bathroom. So then one of my friends, she comes out and she was like, "Oh, I think that's Ice Spice over there." And I'm like, "Oh, for real?" So I go up to them and I'm giving her and the other girl she was with compliment. And then immediately Ice Spice was just being rude. She was like, "Why are you over here? You could leave. Bye." And I'm like, "Why are you being rude?" Pretty much. And she was basically saying, like, "You could just leave. Bye. Like, I don't even know why you're at my table." Then that's when I proceed to ask her, like, "You don't got to be rude. I'm just giving you guys a compliment." And I'm like, "You know what? Where are you from?" She said, "I'm from New York." So I said, "Let me tell you something. I don't care where you from." I'm like, "You in LA, you in my city now. You can't be out here disrespecting people. Like, if you wanted me to, wanted us to leave, you could have just politely said, "Oh, I'm not in the mood" or something, right? Instead of just yelling at me. So she kept going on. Then she calls me a bitch. So after she calls me a bitch, I hit her. So I hit her, and then so I got escorted out to McDonald's. And then so after they escorted me, I'm like by my car, and I hear Ice Spice in the middle of the street talking about some, "Where is that bitch at? I want to fight her with you, woo woo." So I come back down the street, and then that's when me and her fought again. And then she just kept talking a whole lot of mess. That's just like the brief of the story, honestly. And then as I'm outside the McDonald's as well, she picks up one of my homie's phone. She picks it up and she throws his phone and broke his screen. So it was just like basically she was being disrespectful and rude, which is why we fought. You know, as a fan, I'm not expecting you to be rude or nothing like that. I'm thinking you're gonna, you're just gonna, oh, like thank you for supporting me, this and that. But she had a different attitude towards me. With Ice Spice, I have no like longer beef with her. Like I never had beef with her, nothing. But she lost the fan. I can't listen to her the same anymore. Like it's just now I know that you're like disrespectful and all of that. I just can't support her no more.
That's what I mean. You hear that? That's that shit going on the West Coast. Yeah, West Coast, y'all need. Yeah, West Coast. Yeah, you took an L with this one. Yeah, somebody need to call y'all asses out. Somebody need to call y'all asses out. Hey, California, y'all ain't really been on gangsta. Y'all ain't been on that type of shit since back in the day with them jury curls. Yeah, y'all, yeah. I'm gonna talk to you. Bitch, shut your ass up, Maria. If I'm gonna tell you something, yeah. But let's talk about the West Coast as a whole. Y'all gotta stop hating on the West Coast, man. Y'all ain't been hot since Easy E and Snoop Dogg. Nipsey Hussle tried to bring y'all back to life. Nipsey Hussle tried to give y'all some life. And y'all killed Nipsey Hussle and gave us Crip Mac. Y'all ain't, it's over, man. Y'all ain't been hot since y'all was wearing plaid shirts and jerry curls. The only West Coast that I respect is the jerry curl gangsters that was Crip walking and had jerry curls. Like MC8 and Menace to Society. And listen to me. I ain't gonna respect y'all till y'all get back to wearing jerry curls, nigga. Putting activator in your goddamn, yeah. Get some activator. Turn back the Menace to Society and Boys in the Hood. Doughboy had a jerry curl, nigga. Doughboy had a jerry curl, and yeah, he had a jerry curl in Boys in the Hood. MC8, he had a jerry curl in Menace to Society. Every last one of them boys in that van that told Earl to break himself, they had jerry curls, all of them. The motherfucker caught Earl at the light. Break yourself, fool. Break yourself. They all had, it were 8 niggas with jerry curls with them at the light with Earl and Kane and Y'all be doing this little slick shit back in the day. California, y'all with the, now y'all hiding your hand and you're making excuses and oh no, we wasn't doing that because they was being disrespectful. Nah. I want everybody to notice and I want everybody to take this in. We ain't gonna rock with y'all till y'all start wearing jerry curls again. Those was the real gangsters in California. They wasn't wearing skinny jeans in California, nigga. They was wearing jerry curls and goddamn Stacey Adams, nigga. Yeah, New York. Hey, New York, I got y'all, man. I'ma handle them. Fuck all that. Don't even worry about it. Icy, spicy. Watch out, Icy. Yeah. Let's get yeah. Y'all, man, no, hell no. California, I don't respect none of that shit. R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle. Y'all got a half goddamn retarded Crip out there named Crip Mac dancing around talking about 5-5 Crip. Y'all got white boys like DJ Vladimir and Adam 22 running the culture. Got you gang members doing all kind of goddamn, yeah. Adam 22 got you West Coast boys in that goddamn warehouse popping pussy. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it then, California. Adam 22 got you boys in that warehouse popping pussy. You Whack 100, Munchie B, Back on Fig, T-Rail, Munchie B. Why y'all don't act gangster to that white boy that's out there with all that male porn going on inside that goddamn warehouse? Why y'all don't treat Adam 22? Y'all know Adam 22 is a homosexual, don't you? Y'all know Adam 22 he got you gang members talking about all kind of weird stuff in that goddamn warehouse for the money. Yeah, let's everybody be honest now. Let's everybody be honest for once. And after I get off this live, y'all could go back to acting and sugarcoating the content and putting baking soda on it. You West Coast niggas ain't been like that since y'all was wearing Jerry curls. Nipsey Hussle tried to save you. Nipsey Hussle tried to bring you back. Nipsey Hussle tried to help you. And what y'all do? Killed Nipsey Hussle and gave us Crip Mac. Killed Nipsey Hussle and gave us Brick Baby. Then ain't that what you did? Nasty work was going on out there in California. Y'all ain't ran down on Adam 22. Adam 22 got your popping man pussy at the goddamn No Jumper warehouse. New York City, let me talk to y'all, man. California don't rock with y'all like that. California is the one place, and I'm gonna say LA, right? But the whole California is scandalous. Ain't that the word y'all use over there in California? Scandalous. Ain't that the word y'all use over there in California to describe what I'm talking about? Scandalous. They so scandalous. They so scandalous. They so scandalous. Scandalous. They so scandalous. Right? You know what I'm talking about. New York City. Don't trust them on the West Coast, man. Yeah. Watch your back. Don't check in with them niggas. Don't give up no money. Stay at the hotel over there by the airport. Don't go into the Western. Don't go stay at the Western. Don't go down Western. Stay your ass at the Hotel Inn, at the Ramada Inn. Stay over there by the airport by LAX. Yeah, we got to keep it 100, California. I don't give a damn how you feel about this. I've been watching y'all for a while now, California. I've been watching y'all let that white man lead you down a path of homosexuality. I've been hearing all the stories about you gang members being caught popping man pussy. Hey, B Brazy did a story a couple of months ago about his little homie, Lil B Brazy. How the police went in Lil B Brazy phone and saw Lil B Brazy and the big homies popping pussy together. Did y'all know that? Do y'all know about that? What I'm talking about, California? How Lil B Brazy, how the police found his cell phone and Lil B Brazy and the big homies was popping man pussy behind the scenes with each other. It's a lot of that going on in California. And behind closed doors. California is, they feel some animosity. It's some animosity going on the West Coast. And any chance they get, they gonna bang on you. Catch you at a Waffle House, they gonna bang on you. Yeah, I don't give a goddamn about it. I'm gonna tell the truth about it. It is what it is. California, you gotta be careful. It's in California, y'all coming to the East Coast, y'all don't have no problems. Niggas come to the West Coast, it's all this politicking going on. Show Flacco a whole, you know Flacco, you know Show Flacco. Flacco used to be out there on the West Coast, hanging out with you gang members. Adam 22, DJ Vlad. Y'all ain't did nothing to them white boys out there taking advantage, culture vulture, capitalizing off y'all culture. But y'all want to shoot and kill their goddamn body else. Nipsey Hussle can't even goddamn go to the marathon store. Drake go to Ruler, Slim 400. But ain't nobody put a finger on Adam 22. Yeah, California, fuck it. You don't like it, then it is what it is. Yeah. Flacco wasn't no weirdo when he was out there on the West Coast doing videos with Munchie B, doing videos with all you got. Yeah, come on, man. Now they want to call him a weirdo out there on the West Coast, but the whole time y'all was cool with Flacco. Y'all was cool with Munchie B. Y'all was cool with Crip Mac. Ice Spice. Now I'm gonna talk to you, Icy. Now listen to me, Icy. I like you, Icy. I rock with you. Afro Latino, your daddy's black, so in you know, technically on American soil, you are considered black. You are considered nigga. But see, you ain't indigenous, but you got that nigga in you. Icy Spicy. Keep your eyes open when you out there on the, Hollywood, and you like Hollywood and you feel comfortable. Next time you might not make it out of there. You might not make Cali they like to kill. They like to kill. Yeah, I don't know what she was doing in that McDonald's, man. She was tripping. Ice Spice said, well, I don't know what she was in Hollywood. She thought she was good. Again, I wanted to just speak to that because, Cali niggas get to come to Virginia. They get to come to all over, the South. We accept y'all in the South. We rock with y'all. Y'all niggas be all out there in New York City doing what y'all do, getting money. But for some reason, it's all these politics when everybody else come to the West Coast. I understood, listen to me, I understood all the politics when y'all had jerry curls. When y'all was swinging the motherfucking jerry curls, using that activating them goddamn jerry curls. I think that made sense. But y'all ain't wearing jerry curls no more. Let's stop acting all. Let's stop pretending, man. I don't respect unless you got the jerry curl. Big salute to the chat, man. I'm about to get up in this jacuzzi, man. I was watching this Alicia Baumgarth she about to fight in a couple of minutes. So I'm up. I'm gonna try to catch the rest. I'm gonna try to catch this fight. She not fighting yet. Green and Daniel, I think they next. I'm gonna try to catch that fight, and then I'm gonna hop in the jacuzzi. And we going live tomorrow. We got some things to talk about. Depending on how I'm feeling, I might go live later tonight. We got some real topics to talk about, but I did want to tap in with this Ice Spice situation. I didn't want to let this pass me because again, man, it's nasty work what's going on over there on the West Coast. The West Coast is nasty work what's going on. It's nasty work what y'all have become. And I told y'all, and I'm gonna continue to say this, it's a dark cloud over the West Coast. Y'all cursed for 100 years. 100 years, y'all got a curse on y'all for what happened in Nipsey Hussle. Look at the conditions of the West Coast. Look at what happened to Slauson. Look at Slauson and Crenshaw now. It ain't the same since Nipsey been gone. It ain't the same. You understand what I'm saying? And New Yorkers especially, but everybody need to keep their eyes open when they on the West Coast. It's a dark cloud over that. When you go over there to get your money, you need to understand that the energy over there is going to be off for the next 100 years for what they did to Nipsey Hussle. The energy is off. Go out there, get your money, go back to wherever you at, but don't be up in no goddamn McDonald's eating French fries. Don't be up in no Roscoe's chicken and waffle out there on the West. This is not. Don't do that. New York City, you could go to the steakhouse. You could go to these restaurants. You could go enjoy the landscape. You can go enjoy the city. Cali, not so much. Cali, not so much. It was real bad in the 90s out there in California when them Jerry Curl gangsters was doing their thing with them Jerry Curls and they was doing drive-bys and it was real bad in California. And all of that stuff that happened throughout the 90s and the early 2000s is what shaped and molded Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle was born where he was born at. He was raised in the South Central, Crenshaw district. And all of that turmoil is what created, shaped, and molded Nipsey Hussle. And Nipsey Hussle was the entity. He was the spirit that was sent to take California, the culture of California, and walk it into the next chapter, walk it into the next level. And what was that? The next level was unifying the gangs, getting all of the gang members to understand that it's time to unify. Getting all the gang members to understand that you ain't got to wait to go to San Quentin or you ain't got to wait to go to prison before y'all unify and work together. And Nipsey told y'all, I got respect in the 100 sets. He told y'all he had respect in 100 sets. So he was going to be able to bring that dream to life. He was going to be able to elevate Cali culture. Not only was he going to be able to elevate Cali culture, but Nipsey Hussle was about to have a meeting with the LAPD. Let's go a little deeper into this Nipsey Hussle thing. I want to game y'all real quick, right? After Nipsey Hussle passed away, we all learned that gang members like Whack 100, Munchie B, Big U, they all have government contracts with the LAPD where they get paid to report crimes, report gang violence to the authorities. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that Whack, matter of fact, I ain't gonna say Whack 100, but Big U, Munchie B, dudes like that were secretly working for the LAPD. They were secretly contracted by the LAPD and the feds a yearly salary to report crimes, report gang violence. Before Nipsey Hussle passed away, the masses, we didn't know about that. We didn't know that that was a thing outside of the West Coast. We didn't know that the gangs on the West Coast, the gang leaders, were working for the LAPD. Nipsey Hussle was about to sit down with the LAPD. Nipsey Hussle, with the influence he has, was going to take that paid grid program from Big U. Big U was no longer going to be the face or the head of the Rolling 60 Crips and the grid program. Nipsey Hussle was about to find out the truth about Big U. That's one of the reasons he didn't make it to that meeting. That's one of the reasons. Because if he were to go to sit down with the LAPD was going to break down how Big U was receiving over $250,000 a year to make phone calls with a particular phone to the LAPD. How Big U had his hands in the violence and keeping the violence going so that he could keep that job and he could keep that contract with the LAPD. Nipsey Hussle was the one way out for the West Coast, for LA. He was the one, he was the way out. He was the savior of the gang culture. He was going to save y'all from what y'all got going on now. Nipsey Hussle was going to save y'all from what Adam 22 is doing with you gang members. Now that you understand just where I'm going and what you got to know is you don't get to spill that kind of blood and just move on. LA is cursed for 100 years. 100 years. It'll be 100 years before LA ever sees a sunshine like with Nipsey Hussle. It'll be 100 years before LA ever feels like what it felt like. Yeah. Hey, Ghetto Gospel. It already been 7 since Nipsey passed away. So you saying in 3 years, LA gonna get it together? I doubt it. You saying in the next 3 years, LA is gonna get it together. They're gonna be back. Let's go a little deeper, right? Look at what happened with Kendrick. It's not a bigger star. It's not a bigger influence on the West Coast right now than Kendrick Lamar. And Kendrick, even with that unified dance and you know, having all the gang members get on stage, he ain't Nipsey. As big as he is, as influential as he is, Kendrick Lamar, he ain't Nipsey. To my New Yorkers, man, what y'all got to understand is, and keep this in mind, man, you know, it always been an underlying situation. Ever since I can remember, it's the East Coast, West Coast beef. I believe when it was the East Coast, West Coast beef, that is where I seen it start. That's where I seen it. You know, before the East Coast and West Coast beef, Puffy and them was out there in LA making moves, getting money. It wasn't even a thing. Everybody was tied in. The East Coast, West Coast beef is when that thing really took a shift. Pop Smoke is the last time I remember it just, you know, revisiting that whole, when Pop Smoke was assassinated, it reminded me. They was able to hide it. It was swept under the rug. It was like a smoking mirror. It was like it wasn't there. It was almost like how they talk about racism. Racism doesn't exist. It's over. There's no more race. Nah, it's still there. If you pay attention, it's still there. When I saw Pop Smoke lose his life, it reminded me of the underlying disdain that the West Coast has for New York City. Don't go out there and get played out of position, man. Don't go out there to the West Coast and get played out of position. All right. Big salute to the big salute to everybody in the chat, man. Like I said, we might double back tonight. It's already 12. I got that jacuzzi. I got that jacuzzi steaming up. I'm about to hop in that jacuzzi. I really want to watch this what's her name? Bumgarner, or whatever. Alicia Bumgarner. I want to watch this fight. Um, these girls really been wow. These girls get some good fights with these women, man. This women boxing. I'm gonna catch a couple of more rounds of that, and then we might go live later on tonight. Because we got something to talk about, man. It's definitely not celebrity based. Um, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. This war was a hell of a distraction. Chris Brown, Usher. I mean, they working overtime right now with these distractions. Behind closed doors, they changing gun laws. They trying to relieve us of these weapons. They want us to get these weapons out of our hands before we unite. Before we realize and we unite. Before the gangs realize that gang wars is useless and they unite the gangs, they got rid of Nipsey Hussle. Before we as a people realize we already got the guns, we got all the ammunition, we got the soldiers, we got the young shooters. Before we put it all together, they want to relieve us of these guns. Not only that, man. Not only are they passing laws to affect the guns, but they are actually passing laws to continue poisoning the food we eating. Yeah, it's getting real. It's been real. It's just getting realer. They are passing laws overnight while we're asleep to further poison the food that they feed us, to further poison us through the food. Elon Musk, he's an alien. Bill Gates, a reptilian. It's getting wicked, B. Big salute to the chat. Like I said, I wanted to use this to just bait the algorithm. It's either going to be tonight or it's going to be tomorrow for sure, where we address this Elon Musk and Bill Gates situation. You know, I might go more in depth about Nipsey Hussle. I've seen it years ago, but it's very obvious now that the West Coast didn't know what Nipsey was. Everybody else did, though. Everybody outside of the program, everybody outside of gang culture, everybody fully outside of LA politics saw Nipsey in exactly what he was, exactly what he was about to do. It's only you LA niggas who think that nobody's bigger than the program. It's only you Cali niggas who think that anything bigger than the program is a threat. That's why y'all stuck. That's why y'all can't get out the program. Y'all ain't been effective since y'all had Jerry curls. When y'all had Jerry curls, the world knew y'all was gangsters. The government knew y'all was dangerous. Y'all actually meant something when y'all had Jerry curls. Y'all ain't had Jerry curls, and now nobody, just let them kill each other. Yeah, just keep them out there. Give them Crip Mac. Yeah. Nipsey Hussle was a Crip, wasn't he? Wasn't Nipsey Hussle a rolling 60 Crip? Well, let's just take it down a notch. Let's give these guys a 5-5 Crip. Let's not give them a rolling 60. Let's give them a 5-5 retarded Crip by the name of Crip Mac. You think they'll accept that? Huh? Hey, Bill. You think if we give them a rolling 5-5 Crip, you think they'll accept that, or you think they'll... Let's try it. Yeah, Nipsey Hussle's gone. We got rid of the real. Let's give him Crip Mac. Let's give him Brick Baby. Yeah. Crip Mac's damn near retarded. He doesn't even know how to count to 100. Crip Mac can't even spell Crip Mac. He's on the spectrum. He was in the LD class. Crip Mac was in the LD class. Do you know what LD is? He was in the LD class. Let's give him Crip Mac. Let's see how they accept him. And what y'all do? Y'all took Crip Mac. Y'all took his ass in with open arms. Y'all got Crip Mac talking to the babies. Y'all got Crip Mac doing music, getting money. Y'all ain't even question that shit. Y'all ain't even asked where he came from. Y'all ain't even never said to yourself, where in the hell did Crip Mac come from? Because when Nipsey Hussle was alive, that nigga was a janitor. He was sweeping parking lots. Crip Mac was sweeping the goddamn Marathon parking lot when Nipsey Hussle was alive. Y'all ain't asking no questions. Y'all just 5-5 Crip, 5-5 Crip. Goddamn shame out there in the West Coast. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm speaking to this because I can't really fathom. I don't want to listen to me. You go out there and let them West Coast boys trick your ass out of position doing the jerk. Use a jerk. Use a jerk. Use a jerk. Use a jerk. You remember they used to do that jerk dance? They went from wearing jerry curls to doing the goddamn jerk. They went from wearing, they went from wearing chucks and cherry curls to doing a goddamn jerk. Don't go out there and let them trick your ass out of position. Run up in your Airbnb, assassinate your ass. Them boys on the West Coast was interviewing Pop Smoke Killer when he got out of jail. The young boy that killed Pop Smoke, they had that nigga all on the internet doing interviews with him, celebrating him. Y'all don't remember that? Y'all don't remember when the boy who killed Pop Smoke, they was parading his ass all over the West Coast had his ass all over the internet, all in the algorithm, celebrating him. He was a Hoover Crip, I remember. So don't get in my goddamn, yo man, they don't fuck with New York City out there in Cali. They didn't shun homie for what he did. They respected what he did. They celebrated what he did to Pop Smoke. They celebrated that shit out there on the West Coast. Gave his ass interviews and everything. He made money. Motherfucker all over. I seen him in the algorithm. The problem is I'm just gonna tell the truth about it. Don't go out there to Cali and let them trick your ass out of position. Don't let them get your ass out there. Hey man, actually, ain't nothing popping in Cali but Hollywood right now. You could get everything in Cali in Atlanta. You can go right to Atlanta to Black Hollywood and you can get it cracking. You can go to Atlanta right now. You ain't gotta go back to Cali. Ain't nothing in Cali but the city of angels, nigga. Hollywood. Universal Studios, where they got your popping man pussy out there in California. No Jumper Studio, no Jumper Warehouse, where they got you talking about man corn out there. And yeah. White boy letting y'all run up in his wife and all that. White boy got y'all out there blowing his wife down. Don't go to California. Ice Spice, everybody get your ass out of California. Go to Atlanta, man. Go to Atlanta and get it going. You don't need California. You don't need the motherfucking warlocks and reptilians out there. Nipsey Hussle was a threat to that. Nipsey Hussle was a threat to that. That's why they got rid of him. Don't say I didn't warn you now, New York City. When your ass go out there and they do you like Pop Smoke, when your ass go out there and they do you like goddamn PNB Rock, when your ass go out there and they do you like Christopher Wallace, when they do you, don't cry. Don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't warn you. Don't spend no money out there in California. Shit. Big salute to the chat. About to get up out of here, man. Yeah. Nice little something. We ain't working too hard tonight. In and I might stay a few more minutes, man. Y'all already in here. Big salute. 22 last name. What it do? Yup. How long before we have prison podcast? It ain't gonna be long. I say another year or so. I say, hey, Scott, man. I say another year before they got programs where you can go to that 50-50 yard and they let you have a podcast set up. Fella, please come back later. Yeah, I might do that. We'll see. We'll see for sure. I think I'm gonna do that. You know, I like to do a late night live stream. They already live. Yeah. They all got cell phones. They all got cell phones. They already, like I said, little baby Braze, Big Brazy. He did a whole podcast. He did a whole live stream about his little homie getting caught with them transmissions and all that. Killed Tupac and Big. Yeah, man. It's something about Cali, man. Like I said, it was already bad. But I felt like Cali had already went through the worst because I grew up in the 90s. I remember, Tales from the Hood, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society. I remember all those California movies. I remember the music, Spice One. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was young in the 90s, and we used to listen to Spice One in VA. And like that shit was crazy. Like his music was, that nigga music was terrible, man. That shit was destruction. You know what I mean? So I remember when LA and all them used to have jerry curls and do drive-bys and the shit was real. And then I watched with my own eyes Nipsey Hussle come into fruition. I watched the savior come into fruition for the West Coast. And I'm not saying like the Messiah, like the Most High or nothing like that. What I'm saying is in every situation like a New York City or a West Coast, even VA, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a phoenix that rises from the ashes. You're gonna have a phoenix that rises from the ashes of poverty, of chaos, destruction, right? And that phoenix either is going to decide to do right or do wrong, but the phoenix will rise. Jay-Z was the phoenix for New York City, and we saw what Jay-Z did. The West Coast, it was Nipsey Hussle. That's why Jay-Z spent $10,000 with Nipsey Hussle. It wasn't because he wanted to support Nipsey Hussle. He spent that money with Nipsey Hussle. That was a back call to the higher ups and the elites. That was a red flag. That was Jay-Z saying, hey, look over here. This guy right here, hey, put your eye on him. When Jay-Z spent that $10,000 on that Crenshaw CD, that was Jay-Z letting the higher ups and the elites know, look right here. We got something right here. Just pay attention to homie. That's what that was. And they paid attention because that Crenshaw album, Nipsey Hussle was making $100,000 every stop. Every pop-up shop, he was making over $100K. He was selling them CDs for $100 a piece. And he was making, the first night he did it in LA, he made over $100,000 in like a couple of hours. And every pop-up shop Nipsey Hussle did, he made $100,000 plus with that Crenshaw CD with no record label, no deal, nobody hand was in the pot, no execs, no little hats, no dog fur Caucasoid Neanderthals from the Caucasus Mountains. Nobody had a piece of that. Nobody had a percentage of that. So Jay-Z, hey, look over here. Y'all see it? Who rocking with homie? He signed to you? No. He signed to you? No. Nobody ain't got this dude signed. Look what he doing. Y'all ain't got this under control. We got to get this under control. Yeah. Nipsey was going to take y'all's culture to the next level. The next level is unity. The next level is the reincarnation of the Black Panthers. Imagine the gangs in LA uniting with each other. Becoming one force. Now y'all dangerous. Now it's something that even the LAPD can't control. Now y'all doing something. The only one that could do that was Nip Hussle. R.I.P. to Nipsey the Great. Nipsey would have made sure. Y'all niggas, man, at this point with Nip Hussle, y'all wouldn't have been running down on no rappers. They all would have been tapping in with Nip. Nip would have been letting, hey, nigga, hey, we get, hey. Now y'all got 5-5 Crip Mac. Y'all got Adam 22. Extorting you motherfuckers, exploiting your whole culture. Whoever that little girl is that ran down on Ice Spice, you got lucky, sweetheart. I wish she would have had something to do something. I wish she would have had something on her. I'm telling you, when I saw that, I said to myself, "Whew." Because the way she would have blamed your ass, and that's what you deserve. Any of you motherfuckers at this point in American history, at this point in the Matrix, still going that hard for clout, your ass need to be laid down like being 10-10 ran 10-10. That's it. You want clout that bad, your ass need to get laid down like Rand being 10-10. Big salute to the chat. Oh, I'm about to get up out of here. I'm going to go live in a couple of hours. I'm about to get up in this motherfucking jacuzzi. Big salute. You already know where you at. Hit the subscribe button. See what we got going on. See what we got here. Oh, yeah, that motherfucker hot, boy. Yes, sir. That motherfucker hot. I'm about to get in that thing, boy. Yes, sir. You better believe it. Yes, Scursy. Yes, Scursy. Yeah, I'm about to get up in that thing. Bomber about to fight, too. Let's see what this fight hitting for. Big salute to the chat. Don't let them trick you out of position. Hit that subscribe button and all that, man. All right? We're going to have a conversation, all right? So y'all already know what time it is. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan and you know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. Okay.